Hello, beautiful souls. Let's give a little smidge. So welcome in the elements, earth, air, wind, fire, water. Welcome in the elementals, the elemental spirits, the elemental guides. Thank you. Welcome in the dark feminine energy, the rainbow frequency. Aisha. So you'll be seeing rainbows, most definitely. Just bought myself some flowers, so buy yourself some flowers. I bought some hyacinths and they kind of went down pretty quickly. I was surprised to even see them in January. But the bulbs, they're perennials. I'm going to give those to my kiddo's dad, and they've got a place where they can plant those. So, welcome. I've got a little bit to talk about. We'll see how long this takes, and I hope everyone's doing well. This is January 20th, 2026. Just came out of the new moon Capricorn. We had some major cosmic convergences with the 111 portal, 1111 portal, that whole between January 1st and January 11th with the new moon in Cancer, all of the stuff, all of the integrating, the recalibration, the downloads, the upgrades, the software installations, the old stuff being deleted so this new stuff can be installed. And again, everyone's at different places in this process. So welcome. It is day 70 of FreQSpeak. 111 days of sharing my real raw frequency and energy with you, beautiful collective. And again, there's no coincidence that I landed in front of you. I was either placed in front of you or you got curious to click play. So welcome, welcome, welcome. There is a message here. There's always something here for you. And if not, and if it doesn't resonate, maybe save it for later, because maybe this now self is not ready to hear this information or receive this frequency, this energy, this activation, whatever you're meant to receive for your highest and best good, always through and with divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, and divine wisdom and knowledge, always. Okay, what I would say is, if it doesn't feel like it resonates, maybe tuck it away in a folder so you can revisit it when you feel called to. But again, take what resonates. Okay, don't make things fit. And again, like I said, there's always messages here from your highest self, source, consciousness, your spirit team. Again, rainbows are very significant for this collective, as well as panthers, tigers, lions, as sign synchronicities, key codes 111, 1111, 22, 222, 44, 888, 999. Just as just a confirmation that this is in resonance, or just to give you that key code, that sign for the next video to have that confirmation and affirmation. Okay. So I'm just going to read a little bit from the journal. Yesterday I was translating a channeled message, and then ended up switching over to more of the divine feminine, the dark divine feminine information. So please check those out. Please get curious about standing in and embodying your shadow, your dark feminine, your divine dark feminine energy. Maybe you work with Lilith, you work with Kali, Persephone, the Morgan. And I'm sorry, I just have to remember Hecate. Yep. All right. So you may resonate with that. All right. And please get curious and go look at what those are. Basically, a quick rundown is standing in your power, not taking any bullshit, embodying your sensuality, your sexuality, not making yourself small, standing in your authenticity. Basically the zero fucks, basically all of that. Okay, so what was coming in yesterday is a little bit that I was guided to share. Let me just find my place here, because my journal yesterday and the day before is kind of split up into different areas. All right, so the message is, if you're here, maybe you feel like you're the person that has had to hold the door open for others. So yes, some of us are here. We've awoken first. We've chose to do this first. We are the first wave. We are the group 7, whatever terminology you want to put on it. We are part of this collective that decided to wake up first, to do all of the healing, to do the clearing, to break the generational curses, to clear the generational karma, to clear up the karmic bullshit, junk, residue across all timelines, spaces, dimensions, portals, and realms, known and unknown, seen and unseen. So some of our journeys have been really long and arduous, and maybe kind of just slothing through the mud. Okay, but we decided to do that. We chose this. Remember, you chose you. If you resonate with being a chosen one, it's not like you were specially picked. You you made a choice to choose you to come here, right now, during this magnificent transition of awakening and ascension, to be the first ones to go, so you could be the way showers, the leaders, the teachers, the healers, the ones to help those that are waking up behind us, to make that path a little easier, to give them the permission to be able to do the work safely, because you've done it, you've embodied it, you are the example, you are a living example. Okay, so someone has to hold the door open while others walk through. Do you feel like that person that's had to hold the door open for others to walk through? Okay, someone has to stand in the fine and divine transformation. Okay, someone has to stand in the divine transformation so that others can see that it is possible to survive it. Okay, someone has to stand in the fire of transformation so others can see what is possible to survive it. My handwriting, sometimes when I'm dictating and automatic writing, I have a hard time rereading sometimes what I've written. So someone has to hold the door open. Someone has had to go through the fire of transformation so others know that it is possible, that the fire here is to burn away everything, not to destroy you or hurt you. Okay, all right, and that someone is, guess what, it's you and it's me. Okay, more than likely, if you've landed on my particular information in my page, or I've landed in front of you, we are the ones that have had to hold the doors open. We've had to go through the fires of transformation, the multiple death and rebirths, the multiple shape shifting, all of it. Okay, you have been feeling crushed. You've been feeling a little bit crushed lately, because it's Shinyata. Okay, you may have been feeling a bit crushed lately. It's because you're not just carrying your own evolution, but the evolution of everyone in your field, in your family, in your lineage, blood lineage and soul lineage. Just clarifying on that. Your friends, your community, and even strangers that pass by on the street. Does this resonate? Okay. All right. These are people's consciousness, especially those that brush upon you upon the street, out in the wild, as I call it. Those consciousnesses who brush against yours leaves a residue of fear. So you are a master transmuter. You're a master alchemist of your emotions. Okay. You know how to transmute energy and emotions quickly, like children. They express their emotions, they feel it, and they let it go, and they move the fuck on. Okay? So never suppress your children. Allow them to express. If they want to have a tantrum in the middle of the store, let them. And they'll move on. If they want to kick, scream, and cry, let them. Quit suppressing them. Okay? That message is for somebody or some buddies. All right? So these consciousnesses brush against you that leaves a residue of fear. It leaves a residue of their resistance, and they're desperate clinging on to what is ending. Okay? 822 on the timer. All right, other numbers here. It looks like I've got written down, like I said, 644, 1818, 44, 17, 17 and 44 by themselves, 1055, which breaks down to 10, 122, and 888. Okay? All right. So that was that little bit of message there. So we're going to move ahead. So again, it's real, it's messy, it's raw, and it's authentic here. So like I said, I talked a lot about the dark feminine, which is basically, the dark feminine archetype. I'll just touch on it again here. I'm guided to. It symbolizes what cultures have historically suppressed, feared, or demonized in women and in the feminine energy. The core qualities is our depth of intuition, knowing without the proof. Again, what you feel is real, what you see is feel, all of that, okay? The depth of your intuition, knowing without having to prove yourself or prove it. Just know it. Emotional intensity, rage, grief, desire, and passion. Sexual sovereignty, pleasure without shame. Truth-telling, telling truth, refusing politeness that eases reality. Transformation, which is those death and rebirth cycles. Boundaries, saying no without guilt. She is not soft nor nice by default. She is authentic and unapologetic. She's not mean, she's not cruel. Don't get that twisted. even when she makes others uncomfortable. So she's unapologetic and she's 1,000% authentic, even when she makes others uncomfortable. No more shrinking, none of that. Okay? Why the darkness was feared in the first place by the patriarchal systems was the dark, sacred feminine, the divine, sacred, dark feminine, could not be controlled, did not exist to serve. She held a high sexual and spiritual power, very powerful, if you know, you know, was connected to death and the truth, okay, and taught women self-authority. These women you might be familiar with were labeled as a witch, a whore, a demon, and a monster, and probably much more. 1044 on the timer. Yet she never disappeared. She just went underground. So during this healing process, in different moments during this process, please get in touch with these dark feminine goddesses, okay? And again, like I said, you might already resonate with this. The dark feminine today represents healing, people pleasing. So you start healing those people-pleasing tendencies. You start healing the self-abandonment. You start reclaiming anger as clarity. All right, you start ending these toxic cycles, these karmic cycles, these loops. You start embracing your sensuality and sexuality without apology. You start trusting more and more in your intuition without and overall any and all external validation. 1133, okay? All right, so let me just, I've had a lot of detox symptoms. I did a lot of integration last week, a lot of healing, a lot of integration, recalibration. In the last couple days, I've had a detox, which is a lot of sinus drainage, a lot of mucus drainage, which is residue that's being cleared out of the physical body. Again, these are distortions and clearings that will present in detoxification in the physical body. That's one of many symptoms, but it's definitely many sinus drainage, coughing, sneezing. It's purging more of that it's all of the purging of that throat chakra and third eye area. Okay, crown chakra too, maybe a little bit in there. It's what's being called, but a lot of detox and cleansing through that area. So allow that. Don't suppress it. Don't. Again, I'm not your doctor, but let's have some common sense and quit suppressing these symptoms with over-the-counter poison. That's for somebody. Quit suppressing these symptoms with over-counter poison. Your body needs to expel this shit. It needs to get rid of it. You can't keep burying. It's like, thank you, Spirit. It's like anything else that you're suppressing that is ready to be released. You're suppressing those emotions. We're going to shove it down a little farther, okay? That creates more problems and more disease in the body. Same thing. Quit using over-the-counter toxic things to suppress what's going on. If you've got head pressure, your crown chakra, third eye, is expanding. Essential oils, herbs, fresh air, baths, okay? Feel through that. That's why you're here. You're not here to numb shit out, but that's part of the programming and control. You're not here to numb your feelings. You're not here to numb the discomfort and pain. No, I'm not saying like if there's not an emergency issue, I'm not saying take care of that, check it out, whatever. You know what I'm speaking to. You know, the over-the-counter, let's suppress the pain in our head. Let's suppress the mucus. Let's suppress the cough, whatever it is. Mother Nature has all the answers. Tune in and tap into what you're truly needing. I didn't know that was, someone needed to hear that. All right. So sit quietly with a few questions. So I've got a few questions. And again, this is just kind of bits and pieces. All right. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just 13:44 on the timer. What's wanting to be spoken on this particular video for today. So sit quiet. No distractions. Breathe and get still. No podcast. You can use frequency if you want to use nature sounds, whatever works, or get completely still and quiet. You can do this in the bath. Okay. I want you to write down some questions and then sit with the questions. Maybe have a journal, have your phone near you so you can write and see what comes up, okay? Tap into higher consciousness, 14:14 on the timer, and ask, what is the heaviness that has been carrying, what is the heaviness I have been carrying trying to teach me? First question. Second question, what am I seeing in the dreams I cannot remember? Question 2. Number 3, what is the passion in my heart trying to tell me about my purpose? Number 4, who am I becoming? Number 5, what do I need to release for her, him, or for them? Okay? So you can take these bit by bits maybe just chew on it week by week, a few every couple days. If you want to hit it all at once, watch for the information. Not only just what's coming in, download, like the first thought, like when I say that, ask that question, who am I becoming? What comes to mind? Like instantly write down that. Don't question, don't let the ego get involved. Anytime you sit with something that comes in too long, that's the ego and mind starting to get involved. That instant download is from your higher self. It's from source consciousness. It's from your spiritual team, okay? The other thing that you need to watch for is information through signs, synchronicities, key codes, videos like these, tarot readings, movies. Like if you're guided to watch movies, you're guided to listen to songs, get certain downloads, all right? Different things like that. So when I hear certain words, certain movies will come into mind. Okay, maybe I need to go watch that. Maybe a song, like I hear a word like Book of Love. I heard book in the other day, and all I heard was book, and the first thing that dropped in was Book of Love. Okay, so that might be a song you need to go see. Okay, a movie I watched yesterday was The In-Between. Highly recommend The In-Between. I resonated so deeply on that. I had so many signs and synchronicities, a lot of crying, a lot of releasing. So not only was my team working on my higher self giving me messages through the movie, through signs, synchronicities, and key codes, but it also was triggering things that still needed to be cleansed, cleared, and purged through sacred tears, through crying, and the purging of this whole area, the sinus area, the throat area. All of this is still being cleansed and purged. Allow that. Allow that. So if you're getting called to watch something, there's no coincidence for it, okay? Pay your attention to these things, okay? All right. Watch for these signs, okay? The kindest thing you can do for others, my feet and legs are falling asleep a lot. The kindest thing you can do for others is to be fully yourself, authentically, fully yourself, by not abandoning yourself, okay? Embody your truth, okay? So the best thing you do is be truly, rawly, real, messy, authentically you, embody your truth wholly, and so completely that you become the permission slip for others to do so. You become the living example. 1717 on the timer, you might resonate with the star card. You might be seeing stars. So all of a sudden last night I was seeing stars everywhere. I was seeing hearts everywhere along with the rainbows. So that again might be a sign, synchronicity, and key code for you, okay? You help others not by abandoning yourself, okay? Embody the dark feminine goddess energy where necessary. If you're struggling to move through some karmic stuff, maybe you're having to leave behind people, places, and things, call in that dark feminine energy so you can stand in your authenticity, so you stop making yourself small, so you're able to cut the ties. Archangel Michael always comes in with that. Ask for assistance for the blue flame. Archangel Michael to bring his blue flame sword in, to come in and cut those ties where you're struggling. That message has been coming in a lot lately. Some of you are really struggling just to let go of those people, places, and things because you want them to come with you. If they're meant to come with you, they will come with you. They will meet you when they're ready to meet you. You cannot continue to force them or try to convince them. You do you, boo. You do the healing. You create space for you. And those people, whether it's friends, family, lovers, partners, whatever it is, co-workers, I know you desperately want them to be where you're at, but that's not their story. Your story is your story, and their story is their story. Your journey is your journey, and their journey is their journey. If they are meant to come with you, they will come to you. Stop trying to go down to them, okay? That's why we're here. We're here to create this new path. Be the trailblazers. Be the ones, okay? To set the example, to be the example, to embody the example, to give them permission, to give them the opportunity so that they are able to do this with a little less discomfort and dis-ease. All right? To show them that they are safe to do this, that they are not going to get burned by the fire of transformation. All right? You are here not to force anyone to wake up. This was a huge thing. That's a spiritual ego thing that I was struggling with at the beginning of last year. I had to really check my spiritual ego. Like, my spiritual ego was kind of, again, that's part of my journey. So you are not here to force anyone to wake up. You just do you. You hold your frequency and energy, and you ask for support from the team, from Source, that you are able to translate in a way for those around you that aren't able to. So in conversations, you're not trying to force something. You're not trying to wake them up or convince them anything. You're just able to translate it and give them the information that they're able to digest and receive in that present moment as that present self. Okay? That's why we're so guided to heal this throat chakra, to stand in our truth, in all of our authentic, beautiful, magic, messy selves. Okay? You're not here to convince anyone what you have come to know. So you are not here to convince other people of what you've come here to know. Right? You're not here to drag anyone across the threshold against their will. You are here to embody the new consciousness. Okay? You, me, we. Especially if you're here with me. So you are here to embody the new consciousness so completely that you become a vibrational beacon. A vibrational beacon. You're that lighthouse. You might resonate with being the lighthouse, the light, the way shower, the lantern, the light, the beacon of light. But it's also a frequency and energy. So you are here to embody this new consciousness so completely that you're a vibrational beacon out into the collective consciousness, okay? So you're a frequency others can scan for in the future, okay? When they are ready, they will be receiving this frequency and energy. They will receive the transmission. And that you are here as a living demonstration that the transformation is possible. You are a living demonstration that this transformation is possible. And to embody this so deeply that others know that on the other side of fear, 2202 is freedom, independence, true sovereignty. Your job is not to serve anyone. Your job is not to save anyone. Your job is to save yourself. You are what you have been seeking right here, right now. Do you remember? Your job is to save yourself. You are what you have been seeking. You become yourself so fully that the light, energy, and frequency, flavor, essence that you generate illuminates a path for others who are ready to walk that path. You are ready for what is next. This is your confirmation. This is your validation. This is your highest self speaking to you. You are ready for what is next, even when the ego mind is trying to convince you otherwise. You are ready. Step into your power. Step into your purpose. Step into those spaces that are unknown, because that's where all the beautiful, magic, magnificent things happen. You are ready because your soul knows you are ready. Your highest self knows you are ready right here, right now. Okay? Step through that doorway. Step through that portal into what is next. What is next is that beautiful, magical unknown. That is your message today. So, thank you for joining me. I feel guided to pull a couple of oracle cards, so let's take a look here. Nope, we're going to do higher self messages. So hopefully everyone's doing well, and those that have made it this far, this message is definitely for you. And if you haven't, that's fine. You've already scrolled on and moved on. Storms bring passion. Storms bring passion. Storms bring passion. You are an original, so let yourself follow your own heart. You are an OG. Okay? Please take a screenshot, write that down, journal it. You are an original, so let yourself flow with your own heart, your quantum compass. Pay your attention, use your discernment, quantum compass. You have come back to start to see what you missed before. Wow, isn't that perfect for today? You have come back to start and to see what you've missed before. Be the brave and authentic soul you are always designed to be. I love it when the cards flow with the messages. Be the brave and authentic soul you are always designed to be. One more. There are many doors that lead to the place you truly belong. Didn't I just say step through that door, step through that portal, and this is a portal. So thank you, higher self, to your higher self, to source, to your team. There are many doors that lead to the place you truly belong. That is your message today. I hope this reaches those, as I always intend to, it's meant to reach in perfect timing, through divine timing, divine orchestration, all of the beautiful stuff. And I'll see you on the next one, beautiful souls. I love you. Bye.